So, Tripti, what is the emotional cost or emotional struggle, if any, that you are facing as a teenager who wants to be a founder in the near future? It could be related to your home or talking to your parents or telling them what you are doing. So, what is one thing that you are facing?
Okay, the emotional struggle that I face a lot is loneliness. When you are planning something big in the future, like everyone make fun of. I am the one that everyone laughs at. Whenever I say like I want to be a founder and I'm working for it, they just laugh it off. Like, what can you do actually? You're just wasting your time. Go and study for your JEE exam, do your studies. This is just nonsense time waste. And this is a lot of like struggle for me because you don't have friends. You can't make friends because they just think that you are wasting time.
Okay. And so, Tripti, how are you dealing with that?
It is really hard for me to deal with that, and I'm don't know how I can deal with it. But yeah, just I believe in myself. I know what I'm doing, and what I am doing is right. I know this thing, so I cannot change according to every person's perspective. I have to be myself. So I just be myself and do not expect from others.
Amazing. So when I was your age, I did not actually know how to be myself. So more power to you and to everybody who's very young and is aspiring and is watching this. Okay. So welcome to
I will say like,
okay.
yeah,
Go ahead, please.
you. I will say like if you want to be yourself, like just be like relax yourself, and whenever something is saying something that you don't want to listen, just relax, listen to it, and then ignore it. If just take the positive side of it, and the negative words and hate words, just forget about it.
Okay, amazing. That's amazing advice. Okay. So, welcome everyone to another episode of Heart Led Conversations with me, Priyanka, and our special guest, Tripti. And I'm the founder of Your Haven and an emotional well being, emotional intelligence, and relationship coach for heart led leaders, founders, and entrepreneurs. And I'm also the founder of the 3-day anxiety free love reset challenge that I take on with my clients and the creator of the Be Your Own Miracle course. I talk a lot about self concept, self identity, and how we can change our thinking patterns and create and welcome change in our life. And today, our guest is Tripti, who is just a teenager but is so passionate. And she's a 2B founder and she is also a designer. And now I would hand it over to Tripti to introduce herself in brief to all of us. So, hi, Tripti.
Yeah. Hi everyone, I am Tripti. I am 15 years old and I am doing freelancing in graphic designing. I logo design and web designing. I do designing and I'm looking forward to create a AI app to create a AI bot for yourself, for myself, and for a customizable bot for everyone. And the name of the startup is Snappy. Okay.
So, can you tell us the name again?
The name of the startup is Snappy.
Okay, okay. So, Tripti, from where did you get this idea that you want to start creating this? That too at this crucial age when everybody is just studying and, burdened about their exams.
When I was kid and in present too, I don't have friends and I am not comfortable with anyone to express my feelings. I'm really I really suppress my emotions and feelings and do not talk about it a lot. And because whenever I talk about it, I usually shiver. I was shivering in the fear or something that I will be judged and all. And so, like, I thought if I cannot make friends, like, I cannot make friends in person, why not build one for myself? For the because I thought, like, when I searched for it, I did survey, and almost 150 people answered to it, 150 teenagers. And I looked at it, it is not only me, many person are dealing with the same problem. So I was like, I will do the solution, I will make a board that you can express your feelings with.
Okay, amazing. Thanks, Tripti, for sharing. And I feel this is the need of the hour because I'm also teens self-empowerment coach. I'm licensed as one, and I work with teenagers. So they don't find it very easy to, express how they feel because sometimes it could be shame, sometimes it could be the fear of not being understood, and sometimes they just don't want to share their world. So which one resonates the most with you? What do you think?
I'm really confused about my emotion. I never sit with my emotions because I'm afraid of my own emotions actually. If I say I'm afraid of my own emotion, I'm afraid to learn about myself. But now, as of from the last month, I am trying to understand myself better. But I can say that the fear of being judged and the fear of being not perfect makes a lot of like is the main reason for me.
Okay, thanks for sharing, Tripti. And as you mentioned, you had a survey with, 150 teenagers. So, what was the most
Yeah.
uh, pressing issue or problem that showed up? What do you think in that survey?
The stress, like I scanned the survey using ChatGPT, like it helped me, and the most used word in the surveys was stress. Every teenager is dealing with stress and they want to like relieve their stress.
Okay, okay. And how do you think that the app that you are, the startup that you are going to do is going to help in that? What is your vision behind it? And how will it
Yeah,
actually work?
like I looked up, so the stress they are mainly facing is on their dreams and studies. They have two things to follow at one time. They have to study for their future too, and they have to build their dreams too. And they are so unorganized. They are so messy in it, and they just create. And all of this chaos just create a messy mind. I will help it out with the AI bot. It will help you organize your task. It will help you organize your future. It will give you a roadmap. You don't have to go anywhere for the guidelines because today teenager is not getting the guidance they want. The AI bot will give you, and whenever you are emotionally impacted, you can reach out to that and express your feelings, and the bot will help you professionally. Like I will hire and I'm looking forward to contact with the professional emotional therapist and all that, and then add the features in my AI bot to help the teenagers professionally.
Okay, that's amazing. That's amazing, Tripti. A very interesting idea. And I wish you all the best for that also. You mentioned the word guidance a lot. So, what guidance do you think teenagers need regarding their future? You mentioned the word future also in guidance. What do you think
Yeah.
the guidance needed?
I will say like as for myself, I want to pursue like entrepreneurship. I want to do startup and I want to study too. But everyone have the guidance for studies. Like you have to study, you have to go to the coaching, you have to buy books, and you have to read this chapter, this syllabus, and you have to just do questions, and there is proper guidance for studies. But for my startup, I always have to look up for Google, for ChatGPT, and also ChatGPT cannot provide proper answer that I want. Even when I asked and wrote a perfect prompt in it, it is still inefficient. I have to still search for Googles and all that. And the proper guidance, I think, is a person should be there to help the teenagers to find their dream, to find their passion, and when they find their passion and dream, they should tell them how to reach it.
Hmm. Okay. I can so relate to this. Thanks for sharing. Because when I was very little, I feel I also got very little guidance. But it's amazing and also interesting that you are building this. And I'm a little surprised because there are a lot of resources right now. So I thought that the gap is reduced now, that now teenagers are
Yeah,
getting more guidance. So what do you think on that? Has the gap reduced over the last 10 years or is it the same?
it is reduced, it is obviously reduced, but it created one more problem. Like you have many resources, it creates confusion too. You have a lot of resources to search on. You have a lot of Google, Gemini, ChatGPT, YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, and everything of that, everything overstimulation content just make your brain a chaos place. It do not guide, like it guides you, but it also distract you in a way.
Okay, okay. So, Tripti, coming back to your journey, so what do you do when you feel overwhelmed, like you said, or you feel distracted? What is something that you do?
Like I remind myself, like why did I started it? I remind myself that you have the responsibility of doing it. You took the responsibility of doing it. You have to be it and you have to make it. This is your responsibility. This is not your choice. I remind myself repeatedly, and whenever I get over distracted, whenever I am scrolling reels and all this, I just put aside every gadget and sit for 5 minutes, take deep breaths, remember my roots, remember when I started, why I started, and then I just go back to work and work endlessly.
Okay, that's amazing. Any power statement that you use to motivate yourself?
It is not particularly uh, one statement. When you sit by yourself and you talk to yourself, like I talk to myself, there are two voices in my head that are going. One is like, I don't want to study, I don't want to do work, I want to scroll reels a little more. And one is so mature, sounding like you have to do it, you have the responsibility to do it. So there is no particular statement that I say, but I have a conversation in my mind telling myself that you have to do it and it's your responsibility to make it.
Okay, thank you, thank you. And now that you are mentioning the word responsibility a lot, I would like to just understand, is this responsibility only to build the app, or do you have any other responsibility that led you to this idea of becoming, uh, to be founder at a very young age? Any other sort of responsibility?
Like, if I go deep in it, like I would say, this is not something I can say like for all the people. This is for me personally. I have the responsibility of my younger self. My younger self was bullied in like middle school, kind of. So yeah, that's why like I used to cry a lot about it, and I did not tell anyone about it. I was like, so I suppressed my. Can you wait a minute? So I was so like I suppressed my emotions a lot, and so that I was like that you have uh, can
Yeah, go
can you
ahead.
wait a minute, just a minute.
Okay.
What I have to mention like is that. So yeah, I'm really sorry. My brother was calling me, and yeah, it is just a mindset of Indian family that it is a waste of time and you have to study.
Okay.
So I was talking about the responsibility matter, no? Yeah. So I will say I have the responsibility of my younger self who was bullied, who was suppressed, and I was like a lot of insecure about myself. And still I'm insecure about my looks and every time like I want to post content on Instagram and YouTube, but I cannot. I every time record the video, shoot the video, edit it and do all the effects, then I look at it and do not upload it just because I am insecure about myself. So I have the responsibility of my younger self to like prove my younger self that you are also capable, you can also do it.
Okay, amazing. And if there is something you want to say to your younger self who you mentioned was bullied, what is something you would say to her today?
I will say, okay, if I met my younger self, I will just sit by her side and I will just say, you are not alone. You have the capability to do something. You don't have to just lie there and end everything. You can be something, you are capable of something, and you are important. You matter. And just keep going, do your hard work, and never give up.
Amazing, amazing, Tripti. Thanks for sharing that. Uh, so, is there any belief, any mindset shift that you had to undergo to begin your journey and to start working also? Something that you believed earlier, but then you had to let go. Ki now I can't believe this anymore and I have to change my thinking. Something like that.
I believe that I will do school, then I will go to college, then I will get a job, and my life is settled.
Okay.
And this is the like one of the most funniest thing I have now I see. Like everyone think you can do school, you can do college and then get a job. There are like millions of application for one job and there are only 1,000 seats in it. How can you expect that every million can get a job? You cannot just get a job, you have to work for yourself. And one more thing that I believed earlier and not now, I used to believe that they have something special and I cannot do it.
Okay.
The main difference in the successful people and you is the mindset. You just have to shift your mindset to a particular part that you are going in.
Okay, okay. And are there certain activities or routines that you have included in your life that help you to, stay motivated and maintain this mindset also?
Like for me, I didn't have to do a lot of it because my mindset, I read book. The main book that helped me with my mindset is the Can't Hurt Me by David Goggins.
Okay.
You should read it and it will create the solid mindset for your success.
Okay, amazing. And Tripti, as you mentioned about your family, as you mentioned about the Indian society, also you used that word. So I would like to ask you that has your idea, your startup idea and work impacted your relationship with your friends and family? You also mentioned you don't have a lot of friends. So does that create any difference there?
I don't have friends actually. Like I had friends in my whole life. I only had two friends actually, and
Okay.
both of them are gone. We don't do not talk now. So I don't have friends. So and every time I try to make friends, they just make fun of me and just like they just make fun of me. And I was like, I feel left out, so I don't talk very much. And for my parents are very supportive actually. So they support me but they have a fear in their mind that this will not work out, this is temporary and you have to take risks for doing startup and all. So they also say that you should study, you should like only give a little time to all of this and try, you have to do study, do your main focus on study. And yeah, there is a lot of like they have a fear in their mind that if it didn't work out, study will help me out as a backup plan. And every Indian parents have this kind of mindset that a person child should study, do college and then get a stable job and should live a stable life. But as for me, I don't want a stable life, I love doing what I'm doing. And I will also suggest chase your dreams, do risk, like take risks and just go for it.
Amazing, amazing. That's some amazing advice. And now that you mentioned the word risk, so is there any risk that you have already taken?
Shifting my time from studies to startup is initially a risk. Because when you shift your time from studies to startup, everyone just look at you and everyone will mock you like, what are you doing? This is not going to work out. Just do studies. Why are you wasting your time in all this? And the initially risk, like when you invest your money in the startup and it didn't work out, it have a lot of impact for you. Like you go in loss, in negative. And I have before this idea of Snappy, I like did two branding for one was Hero Fit Gear and one was Heartbeat. I did two branding and they both didn't work out. So that was risk, the two risks that I took and they failed. But failure is a step for success and I will just keep going and be with my idea.
Amazing, amazing. Love that. Yes. So you mentioned about failure. So how do you deal with failure? How does it affect you?
Failure affects a lot. When
Okay.
you don't get the result, when you don't get the result you expect, when you don't get the result for your hard work, it hurts a lot. And whenever I get failure, whenever I get this type of thing, I for 1 to 2 days I distance myself from all this thing. I take a deep breath, do what I love, and then go back to track. The 1 to 2 day gaps make the bridge to connect me to the next step. And failure is just a step for success. It doesn't define your worth.
Okay. Okay. So what do you think defines your worth, Tripti? Or any person's worth, in your opinion?
The worth that defines you is how you look at yourself.
Amazing. Okay.
No one either, like no one else defines your worth, because for someone like have you heard of the quote like sinners are judging sinners for sinning differently?
Yeah. Yeah. Hmm.
I was like really affected by this quote when I first read it, and I was like, yeah, I've never thought about it. And it is same like everyone, if you are doing something in one's POV, it is the rightest thing you can do. But in on the other hand, for another person POV, it is the worst thing you can do. So the worth that you have is decided by yourself, is defined by yourself, how you feel about yourself, but not about others. Others can say what they want, others can say that you are not worth it, you cannot do anything, you are worthless. But if you are satisfied, if you believe in self, and you if you see your worth, you are worth it and you can do it.
Amazing. I just love that. And I wished I knew or looked at things this way when I was 15. So let's just mention that Tripti is just 15 and 16, maybe it's her birthday today.
Yeah,
So
I'm
happy
60 now.
birthday. And now she's 16. Okay. So I am licensed in the philosophy of Louis Hay in the Heal Your Life philosophy. And the primary, thing that I had learned and that I practice in my profession as a coach also in my work is to give up all judgment and criticism. Because yes, there is nothing right and there is nothing wrong. It's all about how you are looking at certain things and what all you have learned from your childhood. So, we look at things from our childhood and we learn, this thing is wrong, this thing is right. If somebody is doing it like this, then it is right. So it's all, getting shaped from our childhood, from our society, from our parents, and from our own experiences also. If we are experiencing something bad, then we make a judgment like, this thing is wrong, so I feel this negative emotion within me. And I really feel if, we can just become more accepting towards ourselves as Tripti also mentioned in a different way, then things look different. So, what would you say about this, Tripti?
I just say, like, look at yourself, be satisfied of what you are doing. Just ask your inner self, take a pause, whatever you are doing. If you want to make a decision, take a pause, ask yourself, what I am doing is right or wrong. Do not think about others, what others are saying, what other advice you. You have to take advice, the one that are important to you, but ask yourself, what I am doing is actually right, and your inner self will tell you.
Amazing. So, how do you talk to this inner self that you mentioned? कोई special
Like,
technique, any secret, anything? Mine is mirror work, of course. What about yours?
okay, I tried the mirror work actually, and it
Okay.
failed for me actually.
Okay.
It failed for me. Like it, this is a hard question that you asked me because I had a lot of struggle doing it. Like I just told you, I was kind of bullied, and yeah, my past was not that good. And I am the kid that always have a private life and do not tell their parents, do not tell their friends. I actually don't have friends, so how would I tell them? So I don't have someone to talk to. So I was a really private, I had a really private life. So to ask my inner self and talk to my inner self, it was really difficult. But as for time, when you sit by yourself without your phone, without your gadgets, and when you keep questioning, like just keep question, you doing a you are doing a decision, you are taking a decision, ask yourself, why I'm doing this? You automatically have an answer in yourself, why are you doing it? And then when you have the answer why are you doing it, ask again, why I'm saying this? Then when you have the answer, ask again, why I'm doing this? and then you go back to roots, and you can understand like what are my roots. And when I go to my roots like that, initially I started like that, and now I'm comfortable talking to myself. I don't need any friend, I can talk to myself now.
Amazing, Tripti. So is it right to say that you are your best friend now?
Yeah,
I love that. I am my best friend too. Thanks for
it
sharing.
is important.
Yeah. Mm. So Tripti, as we head towards the towards the end of the conversation, uh, is there some message that you would like to give to everybody who is watching this? Anything that's close to you and you want everybody to, know. Yeah.
I will just say, believe in yourself and do not get affected by other words. There are many people who will judge you, who will mock at you, who will try to stop you. Just be yourself and believe in yourself, and just go for it. And whenever you are feeling like I am not worth it, and whenever you are feeling like I cannot do it, take a distance, take a break, get away from all the gadgets, distance yourself from all the people, sit by yourself, and just ask and just relax for a little. Then go for it. You can do it. You can do it. You can do it. Repeating it. You can do it. Believe in yourself.
You can do it. Yes. So, thanks, Tripti. This was such a, heartwarming conversation for me. Because when I was a teenager, I wish I had that level of self-awareness and that level of self-trust. And I feel that our youth and teenagers need more of this belief in themselves and being their own best friends, and succeed in making their dreams their reality, working towards what they really love. So, thanks for this wonderful heartlet conversation with me today. And with that, we are coming to the end of this conversation with Tripti, who's just 15 and who's a 2B founder. And she's already designing and she's motivated and driven to achieve her dreams. And I will share her socials. Do follow her and do support her because we need more upcoming founders and entrepreneurs like her. And looking forward to see you all in the next episode of Heartlet Conversations with me with another amazing guest. So thank you for being here, Tripti. Thank you so much.
So thank you very much for inviting me to.
Okay.
It was really good. And bye.
Bye.
Bye,
Bye,
Aditya.
everyone. Bye, Tripti. See you all again.
Yeah.